Hello everyone, my name is Josh and welcome to my next video game Let's Play. Hello everyone and welcome to Mega Man 2. Yes, Mega Man 2 is going to be my next Let's Play after Mega Man 1, obviously. And Mega Man 2 is my favourite classic Mega Man game. That doesn't mean I'm very good at it though. I think I'm better at Mega Man 1 than Mega Man 2, but I'm still pretty good at Mega Man 2. Anyway, we're going to jump right into it in normal difficulty. Why normal? Because difficult is actually, I consider difficult harder than Mega Man 1. In fact, there's just a lot of things about Mega Man 2 that I would consider harder than Mega Man 1. Anyway, 8 Robot Masters this time. We no longer have 6, we have 8. We're still doing the same 2 stages per episode. And starting points here, there are actually quite a few starting points. Popular ones are Metal Man, Bubble Man, Airman, and Flash Man. We're going to be starting with Metal Man. Why are we starting with Metal Man? Because Metal Man has easily the best weapon in the game. It's not my favourite weapon, but it's easily the best one in the game. We also have this thing here, it's called an E-Tank. It's a new item in this game. Basically what it does is you can enter your pause menu as you could in Mega Man 1. You can see this E-Tank bottom down here. If you click it, you completely refill your health. Very nice item to have. And very helpful to have, especially in the Wily stages later on. The only problem with the E-Tanks is that you will lose them if you die. If you get a game over, you'll lose all your E-Tanks, which is not fun. Mega Man 2 has a pretty big thing of having lots and lots of sprite flickering. Sprite flickering is basically when sprites flicker because they are too powerful in the game and stuff, whatever. It's fun. Anyway, we just got through the most annoying part here. I'm going to take a little bit of time here to explain what the differences are between normal difficulty and hard and difficult difficulty. Basically, on normal difficulty, all enemies take half as many hits to defeat, with the exception of some. And health and energy drops are a lot more common. So Metal Man's stage right here. Metal Man is basically this game's version of Cutman. See, look at that. 2 large energy pickups. You will not be finding any of them in Mega Man in difficult mode. I should also note that I will play the Wily Wars, and I'm going to have to play difficult mode on the Wily Wars, which is why I'm not playing difficult mode for the original NES version. It also should be noted that the Japanese version of Mega Man 2 has no difficulty select. The Japanese version is difficult mode all the way through. There's another E-Tank down there, but to get that we actually need an extra utility item, which we don't have yet. So we're just going to come through right here, and here we are approaching the boss. So, unlike in Mega Man 1, the boss hallways are very, very small, which is very helpful. We're going to come through here to fight Metal Man. Now, Metal Man's interesting, as he has a... He has this conveyor belt down here, and he'll throw metal blades at you. Now, the amount of metal blades he'll throw at you depends on how high he jumps in the air. And in some cases, he can throw up to 3 metal blades. So if he does a small jump, he'll only throw 1. If he does a medium jump, he'll throw 2. And if he jumps basically all the way up into the air, he'll throw 3. Dodging them is a case of making sure that you know how many he's going to throw, and trying not to get caught up with the conveyor belt on the ground. With that, we also get the Metal Blade, easily the best weapon in the game. It can fire in multiple directions, it's a great weapon, and it doesn't have a lot of energy consumption either. It's pretty cool. Mega Man 2 also has a password system, so you can get back to where you were before. Here is the password of having one E-Tank and having defeated Metal Man. Basically, there is an easy way to crack the password system if you know how it works. The only one I really know is that the top row determines how many E-Tanks you have. So the further to the right the dot is on the first row, the more E-Tanks you'll have. You can only hold 4 E-Tanks in this game, and that's pretty nice. With that being said, that is our first Robot Master defeated. So, technically, Bubble Man is weak to Metal Man's weapon, but basically everyone can be defeated with Metal Man's weapon. But we're not going to go to Bubble Man or Flash Man. We're going to go to Air Man next. We're doing Air Man next because Air Man gives us a nice utility item after we defeat him, which I'm going to want. I like the utility items in Mega Man 2, I think they're pretty cool. Best part about Metal Blades is that the items can completely... the Metal Blade can go through multiple enemies, which is really nice. So here we are now. We're gonna defeat these guys right here. Trying to aim diagonally is not an easy thing to do. I actually usually just jump. And that's a problem. Airman stage is, in my opinion, the hardest Robot Master stage in this game, as it can actually be quite difficult, considering the fact that you're hovering above a bottomless pit the entire time. Not an easy stage, at all. So as I said, Mega Man 2 has a lot of sprite flickering in it, which can cause some problems with weapons and how they work and whatnot. So trying to jump to defeat these guys is not easy, as I'll try and aim it right here. It's very easy to get knocked off here, which is why I hate this section of the stage. It's also very easy to get hit lots of times. Alright, we're past that section. Next segment, here we have Pippies, which are a pain in the ass to deal with, as if they drop that egg, a whole bunch of smaller Pippies show up and they're really annoying to deal with. Moving on right here, we have more of these things. Beautiful. So this segment here is actually getting timing of one rising and the other not, which is not easy to do. But this is the last bit here. Okay, we're good. So, Pippies. So this is what the amount of Pippies look like when they spawn. You don't want them to spawn because they're devil incarnate, especially when they're hiding behind the clouds. It can be very easy to get a lot of them though. Funny thing with this guy is that... Ah, nice, extra life. So, you can actually just let them drop their stuff, as it can give you a lot of extra weapon energy and whatnot, but there's also a chance of really getting hurt in the process. Alright, Airman's up next. Airman is interesting as his pattern involves him throwing out various patterns of air shooters towards you. You have to dodge them and then shoot them at him. All the patterns are dodgeable except one. There is one pattern that's not dodgeable. I'm getting this wrong. This is the pattern that's not dodgeable. So there's actually a situation where you just stand in the corner, he can jump in front of you, you can pump him full of Mega Buster shots behind him. Very nice way to defeat Airman, I think. Airman's not too difficult. He takes a lot of damage from the Mega Buster, so yeah. With defeating Airman, we get his weapon, the Air Shooter, which is a nice little weapon. Can throw 3 air shooters out and defeat enemies pretty quickly. We also get a message from Dr. Light. We get our first utility item in this game, Item 2. Item 2 is basically Rush Jet from later games, except you can't control where it goes. But it's a nice little weapon to have, and especially helpful when dealing with invisible block puzzles, which we will run into later on. So Item 2's got a nice red colour scheme. We're going to head back to the level select. Here we are back on the level select. And that's going to end the first episode of Mega Man 2. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, make sure you can, you know, do whatever you want. It's fun. I like making these videos for you guys. So next time we're going to be doing the next 2 Robot Masters on our list. Until then, I will see you all next time. Goodbye!